Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart. This was the previous, we're mapping out the previous range from last week. And as you can see, price did break out of these lows because it was making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Didn't make a lower low under these lows, which this can possibly be a higher low from the previous lows in this bullish market, bullish swing from this low to this high. And as you can see, could possibly be in a buyer's market as these highs are starting to be broken. We're waiting last week to see if it can get past this area of supply right here. And it looks like price has not a real strong closure over it, but it's still bullish, pushing toward what we know is it didn't break these lows, and it became internally bullish, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and then these higher highs did break out past this area of supply. Waiting to see what price does where it is right now, but technically on the 4-hour chart, it's bullish. With this being the low that broke out past the highs. So waiting to see if this is just consolidation. You could view this as a possible bull flag, but really just expecting it to consolidate a little bit more and then break up past these highs and put this thing over these highs to start targeting the highs that was formed from the previous ranges. GBP USD, let's go and map at the current range. Just the overall structure, but this could possibly be a higher low. Well, no, not a higher low, but this has been more bearish. GBP USD with a lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Of course, just like with Euro, didn't make another lower low. Became bullish, went back up into premium. Waiting to see what price does to get past this area, similar to Euro. What we can see is making impulsive, buyers have been impulsive inside. Impulse up, correction, higher low, impulse up, and consolidation and correction now. So just expecting, just like with Euro, to continue to push up and take out the highs of the overall range. Then we take a look at DXY from where we left off last time, and not real movement. It's just been in consolidation, as you can see, kind of broke structure, but it's just been in this area of consolidation. Waiting to see which direction it can go from here. That would affect the other pairs, of course. Once it broke down past these lows, waiting to see if that was going to be a sweep or not to continue to push higher, or if this double top will remain in play. So we know internally lower highs and lower lows. Waiting to see if it can come up, break these highs, or continue back down, get past this area of demand that push prices up higher. So if it does that, there's liquidity sitting on these lows, and we expect it to target the lows internally. AUD USD. Let's go map out the previous range of what we were looking at. Because overall with AUD USD, it's just been in this overall consolidation. Now it's at the highs of this overall consolidation. But on the 4-hour, we can see lower highs from these highs, lower lows, lower highs. Made a lower low, and then buyers stepped back up, started breaking structure to the upside. Went past took out all the liquidity sitting over these highs. I guess we can scroll in. Took out all the liquidity sitting over these highs and took out this the highs, the lower high that was formed in this structure. So we're waiting to see if it can get past this area of supply. Man, that pushed prices down last time, and it has, and it is a strong impulsive push out of that area. So although it's still, AUD is overall, like I said, it's still overall in this range. The last time it spiked out, it came back into the range. So even if it does continue to push up, wouldn't say this is trending market bullish until it breaks out past these highs. It could do the exact same thing as it did when this happened back in September. It could just spike up, and this could be the high of the range, and then reverse back down. But currently, 4 hour, since it did break out past these highs on a more local level, since it did break out past these highs and broke out past this supply area, this is the local 4 hour chart. And it's bullish, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs. Looking to see if it can retrace back down at the premium or to an area of demand that can push prices back higher to target the highs of this overall structure. NZD USD, let's go map at the current range. And similarly, we know we've been saying that this did form a lower high from this high, came back down, consolidated, and then broke past these highs. So could say this is already bullish on the 4 hour chart. But for this channel, I was saying that this is a more important area to get past, and that's where price is in now. We're going to see a bullish push can continue from the buyers because it is internally making strides. Of course, this is a huge impulse up, and then makes higher highs, but this is more corrective. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, way more corrective. You can see this as an ascending channel that continues to push up. And there's liquidity sitting under these lows as this channel continues to push up. So we're going to see if this does make an impulsive break above this high. And that's when I'll change this range bias to bullish. But again, you have to wait to see how this plays out with price. If it does come back down first, then that's fine also, and then continue to push higher as the dollar gets weaker. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining us.